pull him up now. Please confirm. IT, kindly confirm. Kindly confirm, IT. Please, you can do well to just drop.
Please, is joining as a panelist shortly.
Okay. All right. Please let me know once he's ready. You can just drop a message in the chat box immediately so we can bring him up immediately. He's ready. Yes, Priscilla from Ghana, you are very much welcome. Onyilade, you are very much welcome. I can see the excitement as well. One thing I would like to say, before we bring up our trainer for today, is that sales is a transfer of energy. Sales is what? Is a transfer of energy, and you can do well to drop that in the chat box. Sales is a transfer of energy. So what that means is, for you to be a good salesperson, you must be excited. You must be happy. That feeling must be there that, yes, I can do it. Pastor Johnson, thank you so much. I can see your comments. I'm excited. Yes, sales is a transfer of energy. If you want to close a 500 million deal, you want to close a 1 billion deal, a 1.5, a 2 billion deal, you must be excited. Nothing must be able to tamper with your energy. So, very, very important. Sales is a transfer of energy. And the truth of the matter is, your prospects, they can feel it. When you go out for presentations, you're on call, you're making calls, reaching out to prospects, they can feel it when you are excited. They know when you are happy to provide value. They know when you are happy even to help them to build transgenerational wealth. Okay, IT, please confirm.
Hello, Isaac. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Good afternoon. Thank you for co-hosting with me. It has been a journey of 3 days, and I want to sincerely congratulate everyone that has been on this call since on Monday. Trust me, it's something that will definitely pay off. That started paying off anyways. Some of us have started applying this formula, these strategies, and it's working, right? So I want to employ every one of us since day one, today being day 3 of Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Isaac, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm just admonishing everyone that have been on the call for the past 2 days, yes, to ensure that we practice everything that we've been taught. So confirm if doctor is on the call so you can bring him up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ikena. Okay, IT, please can you drop a message in the chat box? Let us know if we can bring Doctor up now. Okay. Wow, with so much energy, so much excitement, I'm really, really happy
Isaac,
to
can you bring doctor up?
inform us that we have Dr. Stephen Akintayo on the call. You are very much welcome, sir. So much. Stephen.
I think we will need to do what we did yesterday. The team will have to pull up my slides and I have to be reading from my from here because for whatever reason, can we tell Olamilesi to reach out to Zoho and explain? I'm using Mac laptop, and for some reason, I'm not able to join the webinar. So if there's something they can do from their end, I'm sure, you know, there must be something going on. So if they need to do something, let them do. But can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you very well.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I want to thank everybody who have been consistent these past few days, being part of this event. And I hope that there's a lot that you've learned that has been of value to you. Today we want to look at how to craft speeches that close, right? So the fact that you are into sales doesn't mean you know how to close a deal. And as a matter of fact, a lot of deals are difficult to close, and you will find yourself in a situation where you're struggling to close your deals, as a matter of fact. So you have to be honest, learn how to perfect the art of deal closing, right? You have to learn to perfect the art of deal closing. And I've been through that. I've seen many situations where I have struggled to close deals. And it was because my pitch was not well crafted. My pitch just didn't do the job. And so there's a need to master the art of closing deals. So is my slide up now? By the way, I would like to see those of us joining us. How many of us have been consistent? Hello. I've been consistent these past few days. So if you've joined us on Monday, just type, I've been here since Monday. If you only joined us yesterday, just type Tuesday. And then if today is your first day of joining us, just type Wednesday. Happy new month to you all. And I pray this will be a great month for all of us, and that we will experience the best of God this month, right? I always tell people, whether you're in sales, but this even works more for those of us in sales, ability to take sales seriously is a very, very important thing, right? We must master the art of taking sales seriously. But to be a great salesperson, you must master how to be joyful. You can't sell outside of joy. To be honest, you cannot sell outside of joy. If you're going to be serious about being as great at selling, then you must master the art of joy, right? Sales is largely a component of joy. You can't try to collect my money and not have good vibe. I don't know if you agree with me. Let me repeat that again, because some of us didn't get it. You cannot try to collect my money and not give me good vibe, right? You can't frown your face and still expect me to give you my money, right? If I'm going to part away with my money, then you must be smiling with me all through that process. I'll repeat that again. If I am going to part away with my money, then you must be smiling with me all through that process. I'll repeat this again. If I'm going to be smiling, okay? If I'm going to part with my money, okay, then you must smile. And this is very, very important. So frowning your face doesn't help. It doesn't help in any way. So you must master how to smile. So watch this video and let me know what you think about it. Go ahead and play the video. Instead by this, because in 10 years the value of this is going to be this, the value of this is going to be up to the by this, instead by this, because in 10 years the value of this is going to be this, and the value of this is going to be up to the. So this video is my most viral video yet. I did this video in Dubai a few years ago, and it was just motivating people about the power of investing in real estate. When I was doing it, yeah, I knew it was a good video, but I didn't expect it to go viral like it did. It was all over Dubai, all over Dubai. I mean, I became some sort of a celebrity because of this video, to be honest. But it was one of those videos that also taught me the power of leveraging on media. Media is very powerful than you can think of, because this video eventually helped my business in Dubai and opened a lot of doors and started helping me to really begin to close deals very well. And I'm super grateful about it. So today we're going to be looking at three pitches that closes, right? Again, it's another thing to try and sell. It's another thing to be able to close a deal, right? So how do you pitch for closing? Next slide. So if people are going to buy from you, or we're looking at how do you pitch the conversation to get them to buy from you. Okay. So a few things we're looking at: customer focused pitches, emotional storytelling, and 90 seconds delivery. Let's go. Next slide. Okay. So the perfect pitch structure. 90 seconds framework that converts. The first is called the hook. Open with a relatable topic or gain points that immediately grabs attention. Yeah, so I've seen, and this is very important that you learn this, right? I have, okay, so I give you a practical example. I have a podcast called Leadership Podcast with Stephen Akintayo. And on this day, I had this guest, Mrs. Joke Silva, and we had a beautiful blast. But I noticed that anytime I pull up a conversation that has to do with politics, even though I mean she's an actress, so you think the topic that excites her the most will be acting topic. But no, anytime I bring up conversation around politics, it's as if her bone stands up. It's like she just gets all excited, all right. So there are times where you will have been able to get your hook from your research about the customer. And that's why smart salespeople take their time to research about the customer. But there are times where you will start the conversation, and because of different talks, you then eventually discover what exactly hooks that particular customer, right? And this is important in perfect pitch structure. So the hook. And once you get the hook, hang in there, right? The other option is the story, right? Tell a story, a real story, a transformational story that can be relatable and can further convince the customer about the purchase. For example, my own real estate story, and please don't lie, right? So everything I'm teaching you, I don't want you to build this culture of lies. If you start a business with lies, you have to sustain with lies, and it's just not sustainable. So don't build a great business with lies. It's important to know. Don't build it with lies. What you want to do is build a business that can last, and that it is lasting because you're able to really connect to the customer. The customer understands who you are, your story. The customer can relate. The things you're sharing resonates with the customer. And I think that's the model I love the most. I don't like building my own business based on just lies. It's not wise. So tell a story. My own story that I always share about real estate is about my mom. My mom bought her land in Songwater. So the first time I went there, I used to be so pissed off because I felt that it was too far, right? Like, who does that? Who builds their house? There's beggar, there's all these places you do not buy. You now went to Songwater, we have to enter, from one bus to another bus. And it was just too much for me, to be honest. When I'm done, it was just too much for me, to be honest. So I've kind of felt, when I'm done, I kind of felt my mom should have, gotten our property in the best place. But for me, when she died, and my best friend, the mom, I used to stay whenever I'm in Lagos, I stay with my best friend there in, Paja Axis. My best friend, after we buried my mom, came to me and said that, and said to me that his mom asked me to leave. Painful. That the mom asked me to leave the house, and that they're going through financial challenges, and so need to leave the house. So I had to leave. And guess where I went to? That same Songwater. I used to be so pissed off. I used to feel like my mom should have bought house at least in Bega or in Abulegba. Who goes? And it's not even like you're facing the third road. It's interior of the interior in Songwater. And that taught me the power and the benefit of real estate. And it doesn't even matter how far it is. Everybody needs to live in a house. And it's when you go through some tough seasons of your life and you don't have a house to yourself, that's when you now know the power of owning a property, and that there's nothing that beats it. And that no matter what, you want to be serious about owning your property. Nothing beats it. And you can start by just having a land, start there. And for me, it's the story I always share. And I realize that it so resonates with the customer. Okay, it so resonates with the customer. So get a good story. Why are you even selling that property? Why are you working in that company? Tell your story, why you're working in the company, why you decide to do that. The solution, okay, is also another. The solution. So what is the solution your product is offering? Then the ask, okay? So end with a clear next step. Make it easy. Can we proceed? Is there anything else I need to follow up on this? Is there something I need to confirm? Just move with the axe. And, is there any more question you have? Why are you buying this? What is the key thing you're looking out for? What's the focus? These four are four tools you can always use to structure. So am I going to start with a hook? Or I'm going to start with a story? I'm going to start with a solution. I'm just going to ask the question. Do you know? It's a question, right? Are you suffering from this? You can start your pitch with a question. So I'll give you my pitch right away. I want somebody to type their own pitch. I don't know if you have your own pitch already, like your favorite pitch to sell, or whatever you're selling. Can you drop it in the chat box, like a simple 60-second pitch? Anyone? A simple 60-second pitch, just drop it. Okay, simple 60-second speech. Anyone? Okay, so Isaac says, you cannot try to collect my money and not have good vibe. I thought we've passed here. I'm asking for your pitch now. Okay, can anybody type their simple, 30-second, 60-second pitch? Just type the that you give when you're trying to either meet a new person or start a conversation when you're trying to make a sale. Anybody, pitch. I'm waiting in the comment section. I'm waiting for you to drop it there. So let me give you one of my own pitch for real estate. I, of course, introduce myself. My name is Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I'm known as Africa's most influential investment coach. Blah, 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 blah. And I start there. So, and then my pitch will be, I help wealthy people to build wealth, to make more money through real estate investment. Hello, my name is so, and I help wealthy people to make more money through real estate investment, right? I help rich people to make more money through real estate investment. That's how I put it. And typically, can you guys hear me? If you can hear me type, I can hear you. If you can't hear me type, I can't hear you. Because I saw Priscilla said no sound, please. And the last time I checked, my sound is good. Very, very good. My internet is good as well. Okay, so obviously it's from Priscilla's end, it's not from my end. So then why are you guys not dropping your pitch? You can hear me, then you don't drop your pitch. You guys are messing my conversations up. Anytime I say do something, do it, because it's a way to help me to know you're here and you all is going fine, all is going well. So if you don't comment, I just feel something's wrong. And particularly if somebody has come and then say something and it doesn't help the sales. So the question is, can you type your pitch in the comment section? Do you have a pitch? Example of my pitch is, I meet somebody, let's say I'm doing cold call. Hello, my name is Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I'm known as Africa's most influential investment coach. How are you today? And then the person, of course, introduced themselves. And I would say, well, I help wealthy people make more money through real estate investment. Are you interested? That's my simple pitch. If you have yours, please type it. Right? So that's the way I go about that. It then helps me to quickly handle my prospecting. If you say no, then I thank you and I move on. If you say yes, then I'm aware that I can go further to talk to you. Because how many of us know, and I used to give this example a lot, that the most frustrating pitch is when you are selling to people who can't afford what you are selling. Because they will show interest, but they waste your time. And they already know they can't afford it, but they are trusting God that one day they can afford. So they will ask you a man of boring question, mess up your energy, yet they cannot afford what you're selling. A perfect example, true story, is if you enter Molwe, for those of you who are not bougie. Molwe is a type of boss, usually used by some of the poorest people. I used to enter Molwe, and you will see, imagine those people who come to the Molwe and they are praying, and they will say, this year you will buy your house. Now, how many of us notice that the people who say amen the most are those who can afford a house? Those who already have a house, what would they do? They are irritated by that statement because, first of all, they know that you don't buy a house with prayer alone. You have to do the work to buy the house. Okay? So they are not inspired by that. In Jesus' name, you buy your house. So the person who already has a house is just quiet. But the one that doesn't have a house is the one that, amen, and engage. Many of us have that same problem. You're talking with somebody who can afford what you're selling or is not interested in what you're selling, and they will waste your time, and you think it's spiritual that you're not selling. No, it's not spiritual. You are just not face to face with who can afford what you're selling. So go have a pitch that ends with a question. Are you interested? So my pitch is, hey, my name is Dr. Steven. I help rich people make more money through real estate investment. Are you interested? Yes or no? Period. And if you say no, I thank you and I appreciate you and I move on to the next person in my calls. If you say yes, then I can waste my time to go further and tell you more. Next slide. Okay, because many of us, I can see some of you speech. Thank you for dropping your pitch, Stella, Paul, Pastor Johnson, Theophilus Olabisi, and a few of you have dropped your pitch. Thank you for that pitch. I'm later going to read your pitch and I will give you some feedback. Also, I do that now. But let's listen to this video and then I will try and analyze some of your pitch. Go ahead with the video.
Like, when have you ever met a sales? You want to connect to you as a human, not as a broker. Like, when have you ever met a salesperson in a mall and said, man, I want to be your best friend? No, you're like, no, stop asking me if I'm okay, if I need anything. I don't need anything. And now this is awkward. I'm going to go buy this on Amazon. Why do you think Amazon is so big? There's salespeople who don't know how to make personal connections. All you're going to do with a personal connection is two things. You compliment and you find something in common. That's it. That is the math. You want to make a personal connection with someone, you want to make a friend, you do one of those two things. It is so simple. Compliment them and you find something in common. Okay? It could literally be as, I love those sunglasses, dude. Where'd you get them? Those are awesome. Compliment. Now you find something in common because it is so damn hot out. It's crazy, man. This is insane. Now a conversation has started. Now listen, could that person say, screw you and walk away? Could they speak, Portuguese and not understand what you're saying and walk away? Sure. But you can't be afraid of those moments. Why not? If you want to meet somebody, compliment, find something in common. That is my go-to all the time. You make it a game. That way you're never like, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say hello. Get out of your own skin. That's it. Everyone loves a good compliment. Shoes, bags, hair, face, anything. Like, dude, your dog is great. Your baby is so cute. I don't know. Any kind of compliment, and then quickly find something in common you have with them. And it could be something as like current events, right? It could be current events. It could be the street you're on. Damn, the street is busy, right? Or, hey, that looks like a great dessert. Is your birthday? You know, when's your birthday's July? My birthday's July. Your birthday can be whenever you want it to be.
Yeah.
A lot of things you can say.
Yeah, I love that. That's honestly such simple and easy advice to follow too. Like anyone can implement that right now, starting today.
Yep.
Okay. So how many of you think this is helpful, right? And it's a powerful thing. What you want to address when you are pitching is to find something you both have in common and you want to complement them. So remember, the last part of the pitch is the one I mentioned, which has to do with what I do, which is, hey, I help wealthy people make more money through real estate investment. Are you interested? But the first part of your pitch is to complement them and to find something in common, right? So you start, oh, nice dress, you're looking good. By the way, you're dressing great. Your name, sir. And the person introduces, oh, great. I mean, that's, I'm also from this. By the way, my name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm this and this. I help rich people make money through real estate investment. Is this something you may be interested in? You see, now maybe they're also interested. Now you have something in common, which is they're also interested in doing real estate. Okay? Again, don't forget our real estate business masterclass. This class is going to be life-changing. It's starting next week, and we have a few seats left. So you want to get your ticket now, okay? Just go to the website, use your card, make your payment today. You secure a 50% discount if you're paying today. So quickly go. We also have an AI conference. Next slide, so that you know all the events I have. Some of you later, when is Dr. Stephen's next event? We don't even hear about it. We don't know. Now you know. The Real Estate Business Masterclass is next week. Go and register, okay? The next slide, guys, is the AI conference, and it's free. The Hotel and Suites, and it's happening this month of April as well. So go register. That one is free. There's no cost attached. And then the last event I think I'm doing this month of April is, again, I'm talking of my Nigeria itinerary, not my US. Right here in US, I have several things I'm doing. I don't always talk about my US engagement because most of the people following in some of what I do are not based in the US, so I don't necessarily want to bore them, right? But those who are in my US community, they get to know, and I'm already thinking of maybe creating a community for people based in the US. And I want to call it the Stephen Akintayo US community. So I'm really considering doing that. But so next slide. Did the person handling this slide, did it slip off or something? So the next is sales masterclass for business owners. And this one is a paid event, and we're going to be using this to structure your sales. We're going to have mentorship attached. You can come also with one of your top salesperson. It's 4 p.m. We'll have dinner together, and we're able to build a system for the next 1 year to help your business do well. Okay, to help your business do well. I'm very passionate about helping companies do well in sales because I have suffered in this area of sales. My companies have suffered. I've had many employees who just don't know how to sell, and they put our company in trouble for just not selling. And they still blame me for not doing their job. You see, and I'm a business owner, knows what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, just type, I know what you're talking about. Right? Your employees don't do their job and they still blame you for not getting salary. People. Onyilade says, so his own pitch is, have you tried getting a property in a nice area and noticed the price has gone 50 times what it was sometimes back? I am here to show you the next perfect opportunity to invest in. You'll be glad you bought today. Your future self will be grateful. Oh, Onyilade, I love that. That's a good one, Onyilade. Smart one. Okay, smart one. That's a good one. Assuming you've complimented them and they've introduced themselves, and then you throw in this. Perfect. I love this. If I'm almost liking it more than my own. Olabisi Umoru says, hello, my name is Olabisi Umoru. I help high net worth individuals grow and sustain wealth through real estate investment. Olabisi, you are stealing my pitch now. You know, so what's the difference between yours and mine? But of course, it's a good one. Again, this is assuming, because don't forget the first part, which is compliment them. So after compliment them, then this goes. Theophilus says, I'm Theophilus. I can change your active income to passive income through real estate investment. Nice one, assuming they know what active income and passive income is. So you also need to be careful with this perspire to perspire if the client doesn't know. Use language they know, but some people don't know active income. They don't know what passive income is. But it's a good one when you are talking to somebody who is in finance and understand that. Stella says, my name is Stella Paul. I help Nigerians home and abroad to invest in secure and safe real estate transaction. Good pitch. Pastor Johnson Adetunji says, I'm Johnson Adetunji. I am known as high ticket real estate coach. I help rich people to buy the right property. Are you interested? Nice. He has formulated. Pastor Johnson has tweaked my own pitch, and in a very interesting way. I like it. I like it. Mesoye says this is massive in day 3. You are welcome, Mesoye. So I have Auremi says I'm a luxury corporate real estate. Your own pitch is too long, Mr. It's a bit too long. You want a very simple, easy to understand. Oinloye says, okay, I've read Oinloye. Olani says, my Olani, I help busy professionals and high net worth individuals like you to multiply their wealth through real business. Which one is real business? Don't use real estate business is what I think you mean. Are you interested? Yes. I love that. Are you interested part? You must end it with a question. I am Priscilla Zibo, a real estate advisor who provide expert guidance to individuals who want to invest in property. Good intro. But it didn't hook well. Aworemi, and then you didn't ask the question of if they're interested and what are you really interested them in. Aworemi Opeyemi says, luxury corporate travel expert. I realized that while anyone can book a flight, very few people know how to curate an accurate experience. My background is in luxury corporate travel, which means I don't just look at the map. I pay attention to the tiny details that ensure the trip doesn't look like an extra work for you. So tell me, how can I improve your travel experience? Okay, now I like it. Auremi, now I like your pitch. It's good. It looks a bit long, but it's good. Eniola says, my name is Eniola Umo, CEO, Easy Building Concept, a premium building material brand specializing in high quality tiles that transform spaces into modern, elegant environment. I'm passionate about business growth and sales. I focus on this your pitch is already sounding like a CV, like you're trying to get a job. Next slide, by the way. Like you're trying to get a job. This is not a pitch to make somebody buy from you. This sounds like a pitch of somebody who's looking for a job. Okay, and it's too long. So find a shorter version, but good attempt. Good attempt, every one of you. Well done, everybody. So let's go to the storytelling of part of this presentation. So before and after, bridge method, right? So structure your story around transformation. Starts with the before. Okay, so the state, the struggle. I used to be a struggling mom. I used to be homeless. I used to be this. In fact, some of you can start with your story. So, easy building concept can start with, I once had an experience where I was frustrated with a building project. Again, if you have such story, remember, don't lie, but state the frustration that made you to go into this. Okay? Then paint the after. So the vision of the transformation, that after that transformation then happened, this is what happened to you. So you see me talk about how, and I say this about my own real estate journey, how I graduated from Alabi Banjo University. There was no job. True story. I spent 8 years instead of 5 years. And the only opportunities I had were to start selling for real estate companies. And that's how I started. I started selling, and gradually I became a real estate developer. And today I have real estate business in 4 continents of the world. Do you see how I painted me not having job to me having business in 4 continents of the world? So once you're done with that, by the time you now say, hey, I'm ready to help you in that same journey, almost everybody is, of course, hooked to say, who else can I trust if not you? Because you have the before and then you have the after. And like they say in my village, whoever will sew a cloth on you, you check the one they are wearing. So you have shown them that transformation. That's also why the video I played when we started today's class is very unique, because it was a video of me in front of a Rolls Royce, which obviously is telling them, hey, I now have a Rolls Royce. But before I had a Rolls Royce, I invested in real estate. So I'm saying to them, don't buy this, buy this. Of course, those who don't think will say, well, why are you having Rolls Royce? But somebody who can think well will say, hey, what he's saying to us is that we should buy property first before now investing in Rolls Royce. Okay, next slide. So watch this video. This is by a man I respect so much, Les Brown. Go ahead. Move.
Hello, my
Go
name
ahead.
is once again, and I want to talk to you about the mindset of the entrepreneur. I want to talk to you about telling your story. See, as an entrepreneur, you're going to have to tell your story. Every time that I speak as an entrepreneur, I have to tell my story. And why is that important? Because people do business. People they know, like, and trust. So when you tell your story, people get a chance to know you. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and she wanted to get information. I said, tell me your story. I was an assistant. I said, what do you do now? She said, well, I retired and I'm retired. She said, well, I retired from being an assistant principal, but to me, retirement means fading away. So now I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I teach people how to put together travel. I'm a travel agent, and I help people to begin to add more engagement in their lives. So very good. And so then she went on to talk about it. Well, first of all, as an entrepreneur, let me give you some points. You need to do in order to platform. And for people who want to say, I want to do this. You want to start off telling them who you are and why you do what you do. And why is this important? Because when people hear you speak, as an entrepreneur, when you are presenting yourself, people are asking 3 questions. Who are you? What do you have? Why should I? So I told Cynthia, I said, Cynthia, how are you? Here's how it opened up. Hello, how many of you have goals you want to achieve? Raise your hand. Very good. Let me share something with you. One of the things I want you to do right now is think about you. I used to be an assistant principal for 3 years. I decided after retirement, I was not just going to fade away. I wanted to do something else. You have travel groups.
Okay, you can pause here. I don't know who is streaming this, but we're hearing what's happening in your background. So if you want to advise the people with you, anytime you are streaming, not to hear, and you need to increase the volume as well because we're not hearing very well. But here's what we're going to do. We have a WhatsApp group for all of us who are part of this program. They're going to drop all the videos there. And can Ikena or Isaac drop the WhatsApp group again? I'm not sure you dropped it yesterday. I'm going to be dropping the slides and the videos as well. But let's go to the next. So we're going to China this month. I would really love you to join me in China, April 26th to 3rd of May. And you need to make your payment if you are actually going to be going with us. And we, I think, are ending the registration for it this weekend. So because of visa delays and all that. So quickly go register right now if you want to join us in China. You have to immediately go and register. 10th of April is the deadline to register, but you need to make a deposit if we are doing visa for you. You need to do your deposit right now. So next slide. Again, we're hearing voices from the person who is streaming this video, this slide for me. There's a voice. So let's look at common pitch mistakes to avoid. Now, future overload. Talking too much about product futures instead of customers' outcome. So focus your mind. If you're selling real estate, focus on the return on investment. Focus on the value of the property in the next 5-10 years. Don't focus on, oh, the land is 400 square meters. It has COO or it doesn't have COO, which is why a lot of people have always struggled to sell, right? You're struggling to sell not because of anything, but because your focus is wrong. You're focusing on the wrong thing. And then you, so focus on the outcome. So don't prospect. Prospects don't care about the spec. They care about solving their problems, right? This land will do this for you. This land will give you this feel. I was talking to a celebrity. She's from Abeokuta and she wants to retire in Abeokuta. And she's a big celebrity. If I mention her name, you know her. And so I was trying to convince her to buy an acre property in Abeokuta. And I remember saying to her, I say, hey, I'm here in the US. I live in a 3.3 acre property. It's like I'm in a bush, but I love it because I'm just in a world of my own, blah, 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 blah. So this is a similar experience you will have owning 1 acre, because 1 acre is smaller than 3.3 acre, but it gives that feel. By the time I was done, she was sold because I was sharing the outcome. And it's more powerful because an outcome I already have experienced myself, enjoying myself. So no clear call to action. That's also another mistake, right? So some of you have corrected your pitch because you didn't end your pitch with, are you interested? Do you want to pay today? Are you going to join us? Are you making your payment right now? No clear call to action. Number 3 is monologue mode. So going too long without checking engagement. So a pitch should feel like a conversation, not a lecture, right? Watch for cues and adjust accordingly. So it shouldn't be a lecture, sense the mood, feel the mood, be conscious of the mood of the customer. It's not just all about you and what you want and what they must buy. Be flexible to adjust. Next slide. Next slide quickly. You can play it. I hope you've increased your video so we can hear you, because I think that's the video. Increase your volume properly, and let's hope we can hear the video.
It's not a video, it's like just a flyer.
Okay. What's the flyer? But I can't see the flyer now. Or it was a mistake. The slide before this one, what is it? That's all I'm asking. Slide before this one. Yeah, so what is this? Well, I can't see what is marketing now. Just shows any. It's a video. You told me it's not a video.
Going to run on combustion as well as electric engines. Each of the wheels is going to do something.
Can we start from the beginning? Let's see.
Anytime you pitch something, please take the trouble to take people through the various steps of the thing you're pitching. Let me tell you what that means. It's a bit like saying, I'm going to build a car. It's going to be the fastest car on earth. It's going to be built of carbon fiber. It's going to run on combustion as well as electric engines. Each of the wheels is going to get their own electric power. Too many concepts. I'm going to build a car. It's going to be the fastest car on earth. You're working on the idea, and you know all the pieces that make this idea work. All the customer needs to know is the idea, not the pieces that make it work. So the minute you start getting into the pieces that make it work, okay, I'm not quite sure how this water came to be in this bottle. I'm sure there was a process where the water was found, went through a process of distillation. There was a branding company that did the branding, and then they heard about the event. They took it, they put it up. What do I need to need water? Yes. How much? X amount. What's the cost?
Okay, so part of this is called operational transparency. So break the journey down. What's the journey of buying a land? What's the journey of traveling? What is the procedure? What's the process, right? But let the process be more about the transformation. So here is the steps to you living your perfect house. This A, B, C, D, right? Take them through that journey, okay? And that helps in your pitch. So, you know, and it's a powerful story that Busi is sharing here next. So again, you want to be part of our sales team. We're selling our land now. We have a challenge of selling 1,800 plots. It's a major challenge we're pushing, and we want you to be part of that. You have opportunity to win an SUV car. The opportunity to, by the way, the car here is not SUV, so you want to change it to an SUV. A phone, there's a lot of stuff you're going to win on 30th of May, which is our 18th year anniversary. Next. So we have 2 estates this week. We're pushing Sadios Estate, Farm City. Ekwe is the next big deal. So for some of you can afford it, buy Ekwe now. Okay. We also have Sapphire Guagalada. These 2 estates, if you have the resources, buy. Beyond helping us to sell and earning commission, you need to buy yourself, even if you have to do flexible payment. That will be my advice to you. I'm forever grateful that I took real estate investment serious, because it has secured my future and guaranteed that I can never be poor. You know, that I can tell you for a fact. Next. Next. Okay, so they're going to share all of this with you guys. So just go to the end. They're going to share all of this video with you guys. These are testimonial videos about the estates. So you can now please share all of this in the group, in the WhatsApp group for everyone. So your daily challenge, rewrite your customer pitch. Rewrite your customer pitch. That's the first assignment that I want to give you. So Stella says the farm city, is it a farmland? Ikena will call you. Yes, we're going to be building a farm. By the way, it's people live in that area. It's facing a third road. But we're calling farm city because we're doing a country home. Yeah, right. So your house, but there's a farm in the estate. So it's a unique concept where we want the estate to be sustainable. Everything you are eating will be something that was grown in the estate. Okay, and we're going to be launching. This is a whole new future we're working on. It's called Rural Luxury. And we're going to be talking more about this during the anniversary, 10-year anniversary on 30th of May. We're rebranding into creating a world where people can have nature eat healthy, organic crops, and, because I mean, this health issue is a serious issue. So rewrite your pitch. As the assignment I'm giving you all today. Rewrite your pitch, 90 seconds speech. Record yourself delivering it, and then practice it 5 times a day. So this is the assignment I'm giving you today. Okay, rewrite your pitch, record yourself delivering the pitch, and then repeat this pitch 5 times a day. That's the assignment for today, and I hope you all will practice it. Next. Okay, so our key takeaway today, is that the next slide? Takeaway. Okay, so our key takeaway today is people buy stories, not specs. So tell them a story. Practice equals confidence, and then 90 seconds is plenty. So get everything summarized in 60 to 90 seconds max. If you can even do it in 30 seconds, but not more longer than 90 seconds. And it's plenty enough for you to be able to have every information that is critical into it for them to say, hey, I'm interested in more. I want to get more about this. Next. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to be looking at how to crush objections and close on the spot. That's what we're focusing on tomorrow. How do you crush objection? How do you close your client instantly? So it's going to be a great class tomorrow. I really look forward to having you guys tomorrow. Once again, thank you for being part of this class. And tomorrow I will have more time with you guys. I'll be taking more questions tomorrow. So all the questions I couldn't take yesterday and today, I will take them tomorrow. I love you all. I hand it over back to Ikena or Isaac. I don't know who's coordinating for today. Love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Okay, all right, everyone. So we'll join the same time tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.